All right, what's up, guys? I wanted to shoot this quick video on the important topics of video and creating great content for your niche, for your prospects, even for your clients on a consistent basis. Whether it's using your webcam and a gimbal when you're out and about, kind of shooting and speaking directly to the camera, or showing up on webcam videos like this. We've put together all kinds of content for you guys on how to set up your video studio so you can get professional look as well as good lighting. Good audio. And so if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go back to those videos where I kind of walk you through the basics. I even have a guide for you that I called the home video studio gear guide that just kind of outlines the video gear that we use so that you can cost effectively and without too much trial and error set yourself up in a professional way so that you reduce the friction and can just step up and deliver. So one of the most powerful things that we've done in our digital marketing agency is to put out good, relevant content for our niche on a consistent basis in the form of videos, in the form of webinars, in the form of content, but I'd say probably most in the form of videos. And so I created this thing called the Video Flow Framework for you that will just help kind of dial you in before you do a video to just really get your mind in the right place, to get your energy in the right place, and to make sure that your videos resonate at the highest level possible. So a couple things before you hit record. So let's say you're about to shoot a video about how to optimize their pay-per-click campaign for a better cost per lead, right? You've got it figured out. You've got it typed into your Facebook Live, and you're about to step up and shoot your video. There's a couple things you can do to make sure that video hits at the highest level possible. So the first thing is to make sure that you're talking to one specific person. So who is this video for? And by that, I mean literally, as opposed to just talking about the topic, in your mind, visualize who you're speaking to. So right now I'm speaking to Alan Hillsberg of Funeral Home Marketing Services. He does a lot of video content. He's positioned himself well. And oftentimes that's who I think of when I shoot these videos. That way I know I'm speaking to one particular person. And that's what I want you to do. Think about the people you really enjoy doing business with, the people that have gotten the best results working with you, the people that you kind of want to attract more of into your world, and get that person locked into your mind. And so when you shoot that video, it feels a lot more personal. It feels like you're speaking to one particular person. The second thing you want to do, and that's their second box here, is to get into state. There's different energy states. There's, sometimes if you're not thinking about it, you might be in a lethargic state. Just kind of show up and say, hey, I want to shoot this quick video on this particular topic. But if you take a second and realize you can control your energy, you can control the state that you're in. And let's face it, sales and business development is nothing more than a transference of your passion from one person to another. And so if you can amp up your energy and amp up your passion right before you go on video, you're going to have a better video. And so a lot of people do different things. Some people rub their hands together like this. All right, hey guys, I wanted to shoot this quick, and you see, you can get yourself into a higher level state, and that's what you want to be when you show up on video. I heard one person use the example of barking like a dog, and then shoot. I mean, whatever works for you. Just make sure that you think of something that can trigger you to get into state, so that you show up on video, and it's not a boring, dull, hey guys, what's going on type of video. Also, what you want to do is you want to make sure you use a framework. If you're trying to come up with video topics, sometimes the hard part is, what am I going to talk about, and what is the flow of the video? How do I make it so the video has a logical flow? And when you've got a framework to work from, it can make things so much easier. And so I've got a framework here for you guys. And you probably fill this in a few times as you shoot your videos, but over time, you'll just kind of default, okay, this is my flow when I do my videos. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you've got a clear call to action. Last thing you want to do is show up and shoot a video and have nothing at the end. So ideally, there's a couple call to actions that make sense. One is to comment, right? Hey, I'd love to get your feedback. Go ahead and comment below. As a matter of fact, I've got this guide or this framework that I'd like to share with you. So kind of going back to our example of how to leverage PPC to get a better, lower cost per lead, you can say, hey, I've developed this little guide that kind of like outlines the the 3 things you can do to really improve your cost per lead. If you'd like that, just post in comments, improve cost per lead, right? That way you're kind of forcing people into action. If you're using Facebook, especially to create these videos and you're going to be posting them there, you want comments, you want interaction. That's how you improve your EdgeRank. That's how you get more into your viewers' feeds when you post other things in the future. And that's how you can start a conversation. So when they do post a comment, you can message them and say, hey, thanks for requesting the thing. Here it is. By the way, is there anything I can help you with? Would you like to schedule a quick session to brainstorm this? Right? And so that's why we use those types of calls to action. The other call to action could just be, hey, if you want that report, I've linked to it in the comments. Go ahead and go there and you can download it. So just make sure you have some type of call to action that takes them to the next place that you want them to go along the journey. So those are the 5 things. Talk to one specific person. Get into a mental state before you go on video. Use a framework to simplify the process, and then make a clear call to action. Like, tell them exactly what to do next. And so what I do now is just kind of walk you through this framework. So this just helps you kind of find your flow. So you start with brand. So introduce yourself. Hey, this is Josh Nelson with Plumbing and HVAC SEO. Promise, what's the video going to be about? On this video, I just want to share some very specific ideas to help you reduce the cost per lead with your pay-per-click campaigns. So now you've anchored in what you're going to be talking about, and you can kind of see where it came from. I do a lot of evaluations for plumbing and HVAC contractors, looking at their pay-per-click campaigns, and sometimes I see, they're spending a lot of money and their cost per lead is just out of control. The average plumbing or HVAC service job is $350. And oftentimes I see a cost per lead in the $100 to $125 range. And so it's really important that you know what your cost per lead is, and you've got mechanisms in place to control that so that you can really get the best results possible. So you kind of seeded why you're talking about this and why it's important, and you can dive into the topic. So, and I don't want to make this a video about how to maximize the quality of your pay-per-click campaign, but just to give you the idea. So a couple things you want to look at is your keywords. You want to look at your negative keywords. You want to make sure you're not bidding for the top position. Maybe you're bidding for a top 2 or 3 position. Well, these are some topics and some ideas for how to get a better cost per lead, right? And then you want to give them call to action. So a call to action like this might be, if you're interested in having me look at your pay-per-click campaign and just helping you determine is your cost per lead on check? Does it need to be improved? Are there things you can do to really lower that and get a better cost per lead, which ultimately would result in a better return on investment and growth within your plumbing or HVAC business? If you're interested, just post in comments below, cost per lead evaluation, and I'll reach out to you and we'll set something up. So that's your CTA, and then sign off. So, I hope you've gotten value from this video. If you know other plumbing or HVAC companies that would benefit from this information, please go ahead and tag them in the comments. And thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later, right? Boom, that's it. 5-6 steps kind of can guide any topic you want to talk about, from SEO to pay-per-click to web design to everything in between. Those are the 6 things. Branding and introduction, promise what you're about to talk about, seed kind of why it's important, where it came from, dive into what it is you want to cover, the actual training, call to action, what you want them to do next, whether it's post in the comments or tag you or send you a personal message, whatever it might be, and then sign off. So, hey, thanks for joining me. Talk to you later, right? So now you've got this framework. So I want to encourage you guys, you should be doing 1 webinar per month and at least 1 topical video per week. So just a quick topical video, all kinds of things we can do this on. Using this, it really simplifies the process. So again, you've got the, hey, this is Josh with Plumbing and HVAC SEO. You kind of fill that in. On this quick video, I'll share how you can generate reviews for your plumbing or HVAC business. And I was talking to one of our clients, Mark Norman from Shamrock out of Orlando, and he was asking me how can he get more reviews for his company, because he does a lot of service and he does great work, but he's just not getting a lot of momentum with his online reviews. And then you can dive in. So after working with lots of plumbing and HVAC companies, I've isolated a few things that can drive consistent reviews. Well, first of all, you have to make sure you provide world-class service, right? Obviously. The second thing, though, is you want to train your technicians to seed the expectation for a review. So after the job is done, they've provided great service, they've really exceeded expectations, and they're telling the customer, hey, we thrive on getting positive feedback. Actually, my performance is based on what people say about us after the jobs. And so you're going to get an email with a link to go ahead and share some feedback, either on Google or Yelp or Angie's List. Would you be willing to write a review for me once you get that email? Yeah. Trust me, you start to train your technicians that's going to happen, and to plant that seed with the customer, they're going to get more reviews. Now, you also want to leverage automatic tools. There's lots of great tools like ReviewBuzz and Podium and Nearby Now. Really, all I want to make sure is that you have one of those platforms in place so that after every service call, an email or a message goes out to your prospect, thanking them for their business, asking them to take a minute to post a review. And then you want to also bake online reviews into your company culture. So by that, I mean, the companies that get the most reviews, that have the best results along these lines, usually what they're doing is they're having a team meeting that gets together, their whole team gets together once a week, and they're celebrating what they want more of. They're celebrating the reviews. They're recognizing their technicians. They're spiffing their technicians. And when that's part of your culture and your team is built around, okay, let's provide great service, right? Let's leverage the best tools and let's get reviews because we're going to get recognized in the weekly meeting. You just build that in to your culture and you'll see the number of reviews that you get skyrocket, right? So there's the core training and then the call to action. I developed a simple cheat sheet that I call the online review every time, call the online review every time checklist that outlines this process. If you like it, just post in comments online reviews and I'll get it over to you right away, right? So that's our CTA and then sign off. So thanks for joining me on this quick video. Look forward to talking with you later. And if you don't mind, if you know a plumbing or HVAC company that can benefit from this information, go ahead and tag them on this post. I'm sure that they would like to know how they could get better reviews and really grow their plumbing or HVAC business more effectively, right? And so that's it. Hopefully this simplifies the process for you. You've got a framework. All you got to do is show up, know what your topics are, pop in, okay, I'm going to brand myself. I'm going to make a promise. I'm going to see where it came from or why it's important. I'm going to dive into the actual content, which we all have, we all know, right? Just having it fleshed out helps. I'm going to offer a call to action, like what I want them to do next. And then I'm going to sign off. So again, that's the video flow framework. I use it every day in my digital marketing agency and here at Seven Figure Agency. When you step up to the camera before you press record, talk to one specific person. Get that person dialed in your head. Get into a mental state. Turn yourself on. Get your energy up. Work the framework, right? Use those 6 steps and then make a clear call to action. Don't forget to tell them what to do next to move the relationship forward. So hopefully you got value from this video. If you have questions, let me know. Download the framework below, and I look forward to talking with you again soon.